Yes. How's about that one? That's the Lotus Eco. We're in the wrong room. No, I'm not. Come on. And everybody's already in there. Hey, Patrick. How are you, man? Yeah, no, you know, I apologize. Hey, I never know. How are you? Hey, good morning. Meet robot, the political robot. Good morning. Okay. There's the door. He's going to go sit in the... Okay. Let me tell you, Billy, we have those. So if you can keep it short, yes, perfect. Just to show you. Perfect. This is the insulation. That is made from the outside. Okay. This is the core of that, hemp, which is called hemp. Hempcrete. And you can make a house out of it. Okay. What we're looking at, this could be the outside of the structure. This is not mold. It doesn't. Okay. And then there's the surf. Okay. Part of the food. There are packages. Perfect. I have 3 things in there. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. You, and this is Everett Swift. Yeah, this is exactly the right information. Okay, great. What's the name of the representative? Yes. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Steve, how's it going? Good. How are you?
Senate Agriculture Committee will come to order. The clerk will call the roll. Here. Here. Senator Emmons. Senator Hanson. Senator Smith.
Nice job.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Senator Boer moves to adopt the minutes of the last meeting without objection. They are adopted. And Senator Smith moves to excuse Senator Emmons from today's meeting without objection. She is excused. We have 2 bills on our agenda today. I believe are companion bills, House Bill 5439 and 5440. Representative Daly, Representative Battaglia. Chairman Daly, would you like to come forward? Sure. Thank you.
Absolutely, glad to be here. I don't know if Representative Battaglia is coming or not. Matt, is he? He's not. He had another committee meeting this morning. Yes, sir. Are you ready for me? Well, blow you away. This is basically a bill, a pretty simple bill. You know that industrial hemp has been considered a Schedule 1 narcotic because of the situation we have with federal law. So with the new farm bill, they did allow research and development to be done on what we can do with industrial hemp. So really what this basically does is allow in Michigan the ability to take industrial hemp and do research on it. doesn't allow anybody to grow it publicly or anything. It just allows that research and development to be done. So it's pretty simple, cut and dried situation, and we'd like to give the state the chance to do that.
Questions or comments? Senator Brewer.
Thank you. We looked at the hemp issue and why we couldn't do it in the state of Michigan for a long time. Maybe back in 2005 and 6 when I thought it was another product that our agriculture could develop and use. But we ran right against the federal law. So now what you're saying is because it's in the Farm Bill, we can go ahead and have our community or our universities have a department that will
They could do the research
experiments on this, or well, how does this open it up more now for us? I mean, as farmers.
Well, it doesn't really help us as farmers directly at all. It only allows the universities to do the research. So if, which I hope they do, is change the federal law, because industrial hemp should be opened up and we should be able to, they grow it in every industrialized country in the world except the United States. It just makes sense for us to grow that product here with research. I had my personal sheriff in Ophir County told me that he can't differentiate the difference between the plant with the naked eye. But with today's technology, the universities could design this plant by genetically modifying it to be a different color or something, some way to quickly tell the difference. But from what I've heard, and I think you're going to have some other testimony today from people that are far more knowledgeable about this than I am, is that the breeding of the plant, you can't even grow industrial hemp with regular marijuana because it will crossbreed and it will determine that regular marijuana will not have any THC in it, so it won't have any of that product in it that would cause the high.
So, Mr. Chairman, maybe after we take the testimony, then we'll ask these questions that we have. I mean, maybe it'll be answered.
Okay. And you got other testimony.
Yeah, I think maybe I was just, if there was something opens up in the federal government, are they going to get grants? I saw that in here, we just opened it up so we could get grant money.
It's a possibility, I think, going forward.
It's possible.
Yeah. We don't know that for a
It's
fact.
still illegal, but it's possible. We might as well grants out there for it. Yeah. And the other thing with it, does it allow it?
No, we wish we could change what goes out, right?
Does it allow the community colleges? I know it says universities and college. Does that mean private colleges as well as?
Well, I can't answer that question. I'm not sure, but hopefully somebody can.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Chairman, let me ask you this. Since our existing, and again, marijuana and industrial hemp are obviously two much different things, but since our existing medical marijuana law is in conflict with the federal law, should we open this up to letting anybody grow industrial hemp? Since it would be in conflict with federal law?
Well, probably not. That's the only reason why we're proposing this is because of the fact that they put it in the Farm Bill and allowed use of this under federal law. So, yeah, I don't want to go against federal law myself. I wouldn't want to introduce legislation that would do that. So.
Okay, fair enough. Any other questions or comments? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And that covers Representative Battalia's bill as well, correct?
I don't know if Matt had your
Sure.
Okay. We have a few other cards.
I did not fill out a card yet.
Nikita Swift.
Yeah, mine was primarily to build upon his point when he speaks, so.
It was Everett Swift, is that
Yes.
correct? Yeah, from Michigan Hemp, in support of the bill. Needing 10 minutes, I would love it to be even shorter.
Yes, I just put 10 in case I don't.
Okay. And your partner in crime or partner in testimony is Nikita Swift with you?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you.
Steve's gonna go through a lot of detail.
Can you depress your red button there?
Okay.
Perfect. Now we can hear you.
Steve's gonna go through a lot of stuff with you about products and stuff like that, so I'm not gonna repeat or, make repetition, so I'm just gonna do a few quick comments. Industrial hemp, from my understanding, you were asking about the Farm Bill. We had a discussion with the Industries Association a couple of days ago. My understanding that community colleges would be able to grow it under this bill.
I can't say that for positive, but that's according to the Hemp Industries Association. As you well know, it cannot be used as a drug. It cannot be grown inside. I've heard a lot of people mention growing it inside for research and stuff. This is something we want to grow out in actual environment to see what variety grows best in our state, what would be best for seed use, fiber, stuff like that. I see a lot of hope in this bill. I've lost a lot of hope in the government over the years, and I got a letter once from a former governor who told me, I wrote her about industrial hemp, and she said, you just think marijuana can fix everything. And now I see a big change in that, and I'm very encouraged with what I see in the committee and what happened in the House with these two bills passing unanimously. It's only one vote against one of the bills, and that's something I never expected to see in my life on this issue. And I really appreciate people stepping up to the plate and at least hearing us out on this. But it's something we've been working on for a long time.
Great. Any questions or comments? Senator Brewer.
Just, you know, if hemp has any health issues with growing of hemp. I mean, is there any reason that people should be concerned with the growth of hemp?
No.
For a person's health in any way?
No, from what I've looked back from when we were growing it pre-World War II and not pre-1937, there were never any health issues with it growing or anything like that. It was grown in this country for 200 years before that.
Before the war and things that drove through the war, but there's nothing they could do with that product that would consider illegal if they were growing it. Now, I mean, we understand the difference between that and marijuana, but
If somebody wanted to illegally modify it to make it higher THC, I believe that's probably possible. I believe with the regulations that we could put forth, we could discourage and stop activity like that.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you. Thank you both for being here. Senator Emmons.
I was just wondering when we could get some fabric. I know.
Actually, Senator, I'd like to make the addendum that clearly there's still the issue of not being allowed to grow hemp on the, publicly on the federal level. That's not something that we can address directly with this bill, but I do think that'll help us further cement hemp safety with the research that we might be able to do if we could grow in colleges, and also make it more accessible to my generation. Because clearly, like, people in this room are passionate about it, and they are my father's age, Steve's age, and it's not an issue that people my age are as knowledgeable about as they should be, because hemp as a resource opens up many, many brilliant opportunities for my generation, for jobs, for sustainable resources that will, keep us going on. So I think that'll be a step in the right direction for maybe seeing if we could get it grown here like it is in Canada or China, other industrialized nations that do profit from it. And I think that we could maybe help it move along towards that if we can prove that with research that it is safe to grow here. So that was just the addendum I wanted to put on there.
Thank you. Questions or comments? Thank you both for being here.
Thanks.
Next up we have Steve Sharp from Michigan Hemp in support of the bill.
Good morning.
I think you got a friend with you.
Thank you for letting me speak today. What we have here, as Everett Swift has already mentioned, this is grown around the world. If you open up your package that I presented, I just gave you the summary of the Congressional Research Service report from 2013. And that's just a summary, and it shows what is possible with the industrial hemp in Michigan. There's also one out for 2014. I did not bring that. What is shown here in the picture, you can see as this is what a field of hemp looks like. And if you turn it on the back side, this is what the medical marijuana looks like. So for any police officer to have any problems looking at this from the air or from the ground, they will see the difference in this very easily. They will cross-pollinate, like has been mentioned. So it's not a crop that people want to plant their medical marijuana around, because the pollination will go up to 7 miles, I believe. That's some of the research that needs to be done. Some of the other things that I have in here, one more, is for the soil remediation. And all the farms that are in Michigan right now, they've used pesticides, herbicides, and that throughout the history, all the way back to the 30s when this became illegal. What hemp does is remediates that soil. It pulls all the toxins out, dissipates it through the leaves, and then you can use this for your fiber crop. I don't know if it's possible to use it for the food crop. It's supposed to be dissipated through the leaves. Nothing is supposed to be left in the plant, but that's part of the research project. Something that is not included in your packages is this is a Canadian hemp car. It's called the Kestrel. And it's a plastic car. Henry Ford built the first car in 19 soybean and hemp. And what we have here is the new Lotus Eco. That is also a hemp plastic car. It's built in the UK. It's just a prototype. So these are not on the market yet. We need the United States to step up. We could be building these cars here in Detroit. We don't want to have Kentucky and Toyota building them. We want Michigan to be building these. And the research is here already with Michigan State University over the plastics. Some of the research has already been done. But the best part is this product has already been imported into the United States. It's available for everybody to do the research, so we don't have to wait until that first crop. If there's anything else that I could answer on this.
Is there a fuel these cars run on that could be somehow derived from hemp?
Yes, fuel is derived from hemp, and that's where this war comes back to, because we had the Rockefellers that wanted to own all the oil products. They own 95% of the oil. The only way you get rid of the competition is you make them illegal. Henry Ford, I believe the figures were 40,000 cars on 10,000 acres of hemp is what he fueled.
Senator Brewer.
Well, thank you. And then the display of the different products and your explanation is how we can use that. If you buy them cheaper, if you produce them on hemp, or you don't. I mean, but obviously it's no way to produce a product. My question then is probably my ignorance on a plant, but does it have a flower on it? Or, I mean,
Correct.
if I had bees in the state of Michigan, would the bees pollinate hemp?
I wouldn't count on that because it does it by air. It releases the pollen on its own, and the air is going to take that across the field. Up to 7 miles. This was a test in Jamaica anyways, a few years back. What that actually will do in Michigan, we will have to test that as part of the research to test how far that pollen will fly on its own.
Okay, do you know whether under the Farm Bill that if we allow the universities or community colleges to do this, you can grow this up on state land to do the experimental? I mean, the land belongs to the state of Michigan. This land, and can we do it can legally we do it?
Once our law is passed, we'll be able to do that because it matches the federal guidelines on this. Once we set up the parameter, what some of the states have done is the GPS location of the crop. And this way the police know where it's at, everybody knows where it's at. It's marked as industrial hemp. And it won't get tied. And that way it'll keep people from going into the field trying to steal those flower tops.
Any other questions or comments? Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Next up, we have a card from Joe Cater. Cater Davis. In support, or just as wishing to speak.
We're tentatively supporting and we're working on some language.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
We also have 2 additional cards, one from Brad Dietrich from the Department of Agriculture. Wishing to speak, neutral on the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Brad Deacon, acting interim temporary secretary of the department. through the next several weeks.
It's a long time.
It is. It is. But glad to be back as well. The department is neutral. We have talked about this with Michigan State Police, and at this point, both departments are leading on the bill. The Farm Bill does provide some opportunity. There still is, however, a conflict of laws at the federal level in terms of the Justice Department having to figure out what the USDA maybe wants to do. This legislation would open the door, as has happened in multiple other states, to allow for some research. From a department standpoint, we don't have anybody on staff who currently who could do this kind of research, but it is permissive. So from that standpoint, that's how we kind of come back to neutral on legislation. So,
Senator Emmons.
Led right into what I wanted to ask. So MJ doesn't have anybody on staff. I was wondering if anyone at MSU has experience looking at this or has background on this. Do we know if that's the case?
I'm not aware of anyone clamoring to start doing this. However, it's been illegal for so long that, and I think as Senator Brewer said, it was sort of inconceivable up until the current Farm Bill passed. So I think from that standpoint, we'd be willing to work with a university or college that was interested if one comes along.
Any other questions? Senator Brewer.
Do we have a card from Michigan State University?
We do not.
I see him in the audience. Might be a question for them.
Yeah, we have put a card in, Senator, in the past when it was in the House. We're okay with the bill. We're fine with the bill. We do have some researchers that would.
Let me interrupt. Why don't you come forward? Sure. I'm sure we've got some questions for you. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
He found us hiding in the back.
I saw you clear.
David Bertram with Michigan State University, Mike Kolasic with College of Ag and Natural Resources at Michigan State University. We did follow the bill, have been following the bill. Got involved a little bit on the House side when there was some issues related to transporting hemp for research purposes. There is some universities in other states that are doing research. We feel that we do have faculty that would be qualified to get into this field. The answer you heard from the department is accurate, that we haven't been actively engaged in that, but it is, we do have people that would be qualified. Some of the issues on the transportation side were trucks being stopped and so forth, transportation purposes and having the right papers and so forth that allows them to be doing the research on it. There's some logistical issues like that that we want to make sure certainly are covered before we get into anything like this.
Senator Brewer.
So what you're saying, I mean, we would be looking most likely to you to be the lead on this. I mean, Michigan State University. Michigan State University, yes. Even though maybe Baker College, maybe community colleges, somebody wanted to, and it's an important product, I think, for agriculture in the state of Michigan. So we have many people feel excited to actually step up here and say, hey, we're ready to do this. Michigan State University, let's move forward right away.
There is some talk at this point, Mike. Yeah, we've had meetings with 2 or 3 researchers to discuss the possibility of this. It's like a lot of other new ventures. There's going to have to be some infusion of cash to help support that. But there is supposedly some available through the Farm Bill. So the director of Ag Bio Research has brought together a group of researchers, and we've had some discussions about this.
So you're saying there is some money on the federal level for this?
If they fund it. Yeah, it's in the Farm Bill, but they have to fund it. It's allowable in the Farm Bill. So it's, yeah, question.
You don't want to, but
there's not a specific amount of money that's been allocated.
Yeah,
Appropriated is the right word. It's been authorized.
okay.
Any other questions or comments? All right, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. You need a card, Mr. Clerk? Thank you for being here.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for allowing me to present some information. Committee.
That looks like a lot of information.
It is, but I'm not gonna bore you with all the details. Joe Cater is my name. I'm with Cater Davis and Associates here in Lansing. We represent a firm by the name of RXMB, and they're a company that specializes in pharmaceuticals, medical marijuana, and hemp technologies. They are based in Madison Heights, Michigan, and have a subsidiary in Canada with approximately 75,000 square feet of space for producing very high quality medical marijuana and hemp products. They also have a 15,000 square foot research facility, all state-of-the-art, very similar to what you would see in pharmaceutical production. Through their process and development, they've acquired a company out of New Zealand called Hemp Technologies, which is one of the world's foremost producers in the hemp world, and have specialists that are known around the world here in the hemp. In reviewing this bill, we had a few technical issues that we would just like to present. They really are not of a large scope change for the bill, but they would open up some potential issues that we see coming down the line. For instance, we see the bill as being a bit limiting. Want to open up some opportunity for items other than cultivation and growing of products relative to what the federal mandate allows. We've basically taken federal language and inserted into the bill or into our amendments. I just wanted to bring you up to date that we are an interested player in this. Want to work with the committee and with Representative Daley's office, and that's pretty much where we're at.
Is there an amendment getting drafted?
We are in the process. Before we present it, we may want to deal with this in a substitute manner on the floor, provided Representative Daley's office is good with it.
Okay. Senator Brewer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Maybe did this go through the House?
It did.
Why wasn't this done there?
It's a very good question. But we're here now trying to deal with some potential issues we see coming down the line.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Thank you for being there. And again, there are no amendments or substitutes presented before us right now. Then, according to the information before committee was, was building material. And it doesn't mold as well, according to the information. And that's an insulation, is that correct?
I can explain some of that if you'd like me to get back up there.
How about,
Only if the chairman allows. I can talk to you later.
let's talk after committee, if that's okay. We also have a card, not wishing to speak in support of the bill, is from Rebecca Park from Michigan Farm Bureau. And that is all we have before us. Those were all the cards that were submitted. I will entertain a motion from Senator Smith to report out House Bill 5439 with a recommendation that the bill pass. The clerk will call the roll. Yes.
Senator Poole.
Yes.
Senator Emmons. Senator Hanson. Senator Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 48, 0 nays. The motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Senator Boer moves to give House Bill 5439 immediate effect. Without objection, it's been granted immediate effect. Senator Emmons moves to report out House Bill 5440 with a recommendation that it pass. The clerk will call the roll.
Chairman Newman.
Yes.
Senator Boer.
Yes.
Senator Emmons. Senator Hanson. Senator Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, you have 48, 0 nays. The motion passes.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Senator Smith moves to give House Bill 5440 immediate effect. Without objection, it's been granted immediate effect. Seeing no further business to come before the House, or the Senate, excuse me, we didn't get demoted. We are adjourned.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Any questions on the topic?
You did awesome too.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, of course.
Right.
The way they
He'd go door to door for us. Figure out how to knock. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. This is better than a drone flying overhead.
Located.
Thank
you. Thank you. Yeah, it's 580 or something. Yeah. Thank you. And we were trying to get down to our hands. That's why we're trying to make everything short. But he had to leave, guys. So thank you.
Hey, thanks.
Senator, one of your questions was on
For private.
Looks like you done.
Exactly, that's just.
But it's actually, I don't know what the mom is import. Outside now, why are we able to do some ourselves? Well, I'm sure about the amendment. Yeah. I'm just concerned about that.
We're going to be, there's no problem making the market hearing. Is it good stuff?
Yeah, well, we've been here long enough. We're gonna be in silent somewhere else, doing things here, like you know, I just get over to go up on the client, so we're having fun.
And we talked about that.
Let our people have no problem.
I didn't want to blow it up.
Cliff notes.
It's a good idea.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
We got one more step done. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
I gotta keep
All right.
Thanks, Senator, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep, I am concerned about whatever this amendment is, but.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Don't do it, Joe.
Moving forward.
They have to go back to the house.
Laura's not gonna believe it.
I kind of want to too.
You have to smile.
We're gonna take a picture.
You should be.
Just don't like
It is,
Okay.
but you're not in HD. You're not in HD, high definition. Yeah, right.
No, it's okay.
Fun, very fun. Good to see you. Very fascinating.
We talked about whether
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Those are, I can, applications we haven't even begun to think of. So appreciate the opportunity. Oh, so
Thank you. We'll look forward to it. Bye-bye.
We're gonna work on Bob now.
This is really
Political
cool.
robot.
I love it. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
This. Here, you gotta go forward just a little bit. You're running into a chair behind you. There you go.
Good.
There you go.
You're in my space now. I love it. Yeah, thank you very much. This is great. You know, if you ever want to play with us from the lobbying corps, I'd be happy to work with you.
We're gonna be talking.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See ya.
Oh, definitely, we're gonna be talking, Kevin.
Good, how are you, Bob?
This is Everett Swift. He's the executive director for Michigan Hemp.
Yep. I was wondering why it sounded funny, now I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my dog. Yeah. Yep. Sure.
Honestly, I'd be all about it. Oh, yeah, right, Mike is looking. Thank you so much for what.
All righty, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Nikita.
Nikita.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Bob. You too.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay, Bob, might as well shut down because you're going for rides in my trunk.
Throwing Bob in.
Text me your address. Yeah, I don't have your address. Would you like me before then? What is your schedule like? Well, I'm just gonna go over, do some lobbying. I gotta go talk to the representative daily and that. So I got like a half hour, then I can meet whatever, or I can wait until 1 o'clock. I can go meet a bunch of offices. I can go and do a little bit of lobbying or people. So I can wait until 1 o'clock. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter to me. See, look at that. No. You just give me an address. You text me the address that goes in my GPS and I'll be there. It doesn't matter to me, whatever your favorite restaurant is. Okay, that'll work. Okay, why don't you roll out here since you're. Yeah, come on.
It's the TJ other products. No concussion.
This way, man.
I want to see him pack himself up.
I like Come on. There we go.
Forward march.
He's got a time.
There you go.
Take care of you.
Thank you. Thank you.